So I have been a coach now for about 2 years, and this month has been a complete, well, last month has been a complete different change in person and coach that I have become. And so a few people are wondering what I have been doing. So I wanted to share it with you along with them as to what in the world am I doing to reach these goals that I want to reach. So after a lot of people asked me, like, what are you doing? I felt it on my heart to just do a video. That way it doesn't take too much space in a message or time to read a paragraph or whatever long it takes to write it all out. Most of my prospects, first of all, come from yard sale sites. And that is where I am able to really nitpick through just finding people. I feel like I have burned through my contact list of about 800 plus. In the last 2.5 months, I've grown my contact list to over 1,000 people, and that's just staying consistent with posting in the yard sale pages. Usually when I post in a yard sale page, that's just trying to find people. That's trying to up my contact list. Usually I'm only looking for about 3 to 5 people. I'll choose a number between 3 to 5. I won't choose a number like 10, because every time I find that I'm posting that I'm looking for 10 people motivated to look for, wanting to get healthy, I find that I fail at that. And I fail miserably. I fail good at it. You know, I'm really, really pretty good about failing. So when I post in the yard sale pages, I'm looking for 3 serious people ready to get started, wanting to lose 30 to 40 pounds. You know, whatever. Something that's not drastic, but yet it intrigues people. Because there's a lot of people that want to lose a good 20 pounds. There's only a few people that I've ever found that just want to tone up. And when I post in the yard sale page, any picture that comes up on my Facebook page or in the coaching sites, I'll save it. If it's a transformation picture, I'll save it. I need to go through those and separate them into the program so I can better share and boost those certain programs, especially when they're on sale. But what I do is I go in the yard sale pages and I post. I have used the 21-day fix script that's in the Diamond Council in our files tab, and that one has helped. If I share a picture that's got 21-day fix on it, you know, I do get people to come to me, but I hate putting those ones with the product names up there for the yard sale sites, because then they can just go shop for them on eBay, Amazon, or whatever, and that's not what I want. I want to make sure that they're getting the programs that best fit them and their needs and goals. When I first started in this, it was every man for himself. I wanted an income, and I wanted to help people. And I guess I didn't really care what I was doing to get there. I was trying my hardest to feel compassionate and to help people and be true to them, but I was reading scripts, and you could tell that it wasn't me. But I use the Danny Johnson script books, which I believe are in my purse. I took them with me yesterday and closed a lady while I was in Walmart on the phone with her. Always go prepared when you leave the house. I know that's kind of a off the subject thing, but I have found that things come up, and I have schedules on my phone. My phone is my lifeline for my business, and so I post stuff in my calendar on my phone. I have considered getting a planner, and I really feel at this time that a planner is just going to be a waste of my money, my time, and my efforts, instead of spending time on helping people. What I have invested in, though, is a notebook to help actually take notes instead of taking it on the computer. I went to First Steps to Success, Danny Johnson's event in January, and I take notes on my computer always, because I just can't write fast enough on my on my notepad for an event like that. And so I take my computer to take notes. And she had a big eye-opener for me. Like, do you like talking to people and hearing the typing of the keypad? And I'm like, well, not really. Then why do you want that for other people? So I invested in using up the notebook that my husband bought for himself, and I used that in the month of February. I started putting this stuff to work at the end of January when I got home. I started posting in the yard sale site. Well, go get a stool. I started posting in the yard sale sites. Sorry. In the end of January, shortly after I got back from First Steps to Success, and I increased my contact list a good 50 plus people, roughly, in just about 2 to 4 weeks of being back from Danny Johnson. And that's awesome. But as I kept seeing these names, and I'd go through and I had like 25, 30 people on this list, and not freaking one of them signed. Not a God blessing from any of them did they sign up. None of them did I help. And I was getting discouraged. You know, I'm one of those people that I need to see something. I don't care what it is. You know, just buy a program. Don't buy the challenge pack. Just show me that I'm doing the right thing. And I prayed to God. God, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing this? Is this really what you want me to do? I was questioning my coaching, my job, my livelihood, I guess. And all of a sudden, people come out of the woodwork of just telling me how inspirational I am and how I've motivated them to do stuff. And yes, they didn't buy the program or they didn't purchase anything particular from me, but I had confirmation that I'm in the right track and right area that God wants me to be in. So last month, I was invited to a leadership retreat, which I'm supposed to be at right now, and you know, God had other plans. And so after they posted who these people were going to be at this, I felt like I needed to do something. I needed to prove myself to who invited me to go. And I just finally, a light switch just popped on, and I went for it. I started talking to people. I started reaching out. I don't work from a contact list. What? I don't. It freaks me out to see so many names on a list. I just can't work from a contact list. Names pop into my head and I message them. Yes, I know that's a failure's way and a failure's track, but for now that's working for me. When I can actually look at a contact list and be like, okay, I can go down through these, I can do these and these and these, and be okay and not get freaked out and go back 20 steps, then I'll start working from a contact list. But for now, this works for me. You have to find what works for you. I know that this video is extra long, and I apologize for that. But there's a lot of stuff that I kind of need to say, and I just can't get it in a 5-minute video. I can't. So what has worked for me is working for me. If it doesn't work for you, take my tips and find something that's going to work for you. So when I go through the yard sale site, I automatically add those people. Because number one, the seed's been planted in the yard sale posting. Number two, they're on my Facebook page now, and there's more seeds being planted. It's continually watering them. Number three, I have a potential of closing that person with, they're on my list. So I want to make sure that they're on my friends list. Like I said, I added like 50 people something at the end of January. Not one person purchased. Okay, February came, and I wanted to hit Success Club 5. I wanted to prove to myself that I was worthy enough to go to this retreat with other top coaches. What I look at myself as right now, compared to that, I felt like I was low on the totem pole, but I was worthy enough to go. I was invited to go. So they saw something in me to go. Don't give up on what your goals are. At the beginning of the year, I wrote down stuff I wanted to achieve for this year. Okay, I have on my wall over here 26, 8 things on my wall that I want to achieve this year. Okay. January was a bad month. Bad. I mean, I went to my coach and my mentor, and I was like, I just can't do this. Like, I don't know if I need to continue this. And, you know, the amazing woman she is, she inspired me to keep going, and she kept pushing me, and she didn't let me quit. So what's working for me is just pushing forward. Have your goals written down, and I've heard it from other coaches in the past. Have your goals written down. Have your dreams written down. That way it solidifies them. It gives them more meaning. And now I can look at my wall all the time. I'm sitting on the couch over here. I can look over at my desk, my wall, and I can see my goals. And that's pushing me. Okay, when you find one particular thing, just focus on one thing that you want to do. Take it month by month. In February, my main goal was I had lost every last rank that I had achieved. And I know that a lot of coaches won't tell you that, but I'm humbling myself, and I want to tell you, I failed. I was all the way up to a diamond rank, and I lost it. Every last rank I had. I started this year as a coach, not emerald coach, as a coach from ground zero. So I wanted February. My main goal was I wasn't making any income. I wasn't getting bonuses now that I was an emerald. And so my main goal for February was I wanted my emerald rank back, and I wanted my income. Because without my income, I can't help my husband pay the bills. I can't take away some stress that he's got for providing for the family. Okay, so that was my goal for February. I focused on 1 or 2 main goals to get me through. My inspiration to achieve those goals was to get to this retreat over here that I was invited to for March. Okay? Awesome. I achieved that within the last couple days of February. It might have been a week, whatever. So for March, I have another goal, and that goal is just to build my business end of things. I've got my emerald rank back, and I've got my income. My income grew. It started from $14. It went to $45, then to $154, and then to $206. When I finally started focusing and working through and staying consistent, I finally set hours, and I've set hours in the past, but I finally set the hours, and I stuck to them. And even if I didn't have the hours, sit down at my desk and at the specific hours that I had scheduled, I made sure that I was working at least 4 hours a day. That was my thing. Here's my hours. I have 2 kids and a husband, a farm, animals. I have a lot of things that I got to get done. So life happens, and I can't always work within my business hours that are set. But I wanted to make sure that even if I couldn't get my business hours in, I was working at least 4 hours a day to equal 20 hours a week. I have 2 small kids. I became a stay-at-home mom so I could raise my kids, to be home with them so nobody else would raise them, get to see the wonderful things that they do as they grow up and learn. So I want to make sure that I'm working less than 40 hours a week and be able to spend time with my kids and enjoy them. Okay, so I focused in February on building my business, on building my income, just getting my rank back so I could start getting bonuses back. I wanted to make sure that I was getting my income back. Now, I told you that my income for the last 4 weeks, well, next week's paycheck is $191. Take that. Hold on to it for just a second. The week before was $206. And I'm more proud of my $191 than I was about my $206. Why? Because my income from last week at $206 was mostly bonuses to catch up on what I had missed the last couple months. My $191 is what I have brought to the table. So I am very proud of myself and happy, and I'm so excited for it. So go down and sit with Sissy. I'm on the computer, okay? Lorelai, sit up and stop kicking. We don't. Then you need to turn the computer off. I'm sorry. If you have kids, you understand that life happens. I know that this video is already at 15 minutes, but I really wanted to tell you what was working for me in real life and for you to understand what I do. Lorelai Haley Adams, you sit up on that couch or you turn the computer off.
No!
Okay. I'm going to finish this video and then take care of my children. Okay. So what I want to leave you with is to focus on 1 to 2 items that you want to reach this month. Okay? Next time, and find something that inspires you, okay? Do you have a purse or something you want to go buy, or do you want to go out to a fancy restaurant or something? Find something that inspires you, set a date on it. Set it in stone. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. I'm on the computer. I don't want to hear it. Lorelai Haley, close the computer now. I'm not re-recording this. Turn it down now. You've lost it. Okay, so you need to find 1 to 2 things that you want to focus on building in your business this month. Secondly, you need to find something, set it in stone, tell your spouse, this is the date I'm going to achieve this by, I'm going to go do this by this. Make sure it's next month so that you have a month to achieve it. Don't make it next week. Don't make it something outrageous. And then go for it. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got to retreat. Guess where I'm not at? Retreat. And I'm okay with that. Most times. So you have to be able to say, this is when this is. There's a big sale going on at this particular time, and I'm going to go. But if things don't happen the way you want them to, it's okay. And you have to tell yourself that when that time comes. Don't tell yourself that now. Set a date and say, I'm going to go out and buy this perfect dress for an anniversary next month. Okay? Or I'm going to go buy concert tickets. Something, do something for yourself. The retreat was for me. That was for me. I was excited to go. It had nothing to do with my family for the first time in forever. So you have to be able to sit down and find something that inspires you. Okay? Sit down and find something that you want to work towards. If you just beginning out, then reaching Emerald rank or getting your investment back, or both. You want to reach your Emerald rank and you want to get your investment back in the first month. Those are 2 amazing things to focus on. Okay, next, find something that inspires you to reach those goals. Set a date, put it on your phone, put it on the calendar, put it around the house, I don't care, put it somewhere. Okay? That way you're working towards achieving something with the inspiration of that particular end goal. Okay? So when you do those things, for me, my mind frame just changed. Okay? And I was able to, this is day 7 of March. I've already hit Success Club 5. I'm at Success Club 7 right now. I have 7 points. Okay. I have an awesome kick-in challenge group going that for the first time in 2 years that I've been coaching. I have an awesome teammate that's working with me to build up and do something with this group. And when you finally find something that works for you, just go with it. If it doesn't work next month, who cares? Life changes. Things change. Family happens. Problems arise. Life is not perfect. I'm not saying that my business setup is perfect. It's not. As you can see, I'm sitting at my desk in my living room while cartoons are going on and my kids are fighting. My life is beyond perfect. It works for me and it's perfect for me. But for what's working for you, if it's not working for you, you need to change something. You need to get the mind frame to change. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to change this now. So just find something that works for you. For me, it was setting a goal of reaching 1 to 2 things in the month And I had the inspiration behind it. It didn't dawn on me that the retreat was an inspiration for why I reached those goals until 2 weeks ago. Okay? Last month I hit Success Club 9. Barely. Okay? This month I've already hit Success Club 7, and it's not even halfway through the month. You can imagine how proud I am of myself and how happy I am. Okay? To have back what I wanted and what I had when I first started. I now have people coming to me. I have seeds that have been planted for at least 2 years. And so people are coming to me. And that's awesome. But when they start coming to you, whether you post in the yard sale page or not, you need to tell them that you'll see if they're a good fit for the group. Or you'll see if they're a good fit for your team. Don't go searching for anybody and everybody. Perfect. You're searching for anybody and everybody in the beginning. When you start doing forum calls and following up with them, that is when you need to get picky. Do you really want somebody to purchase the product just to return it in 30 days? Do you want somebody to purchase the product to just return it in 2 days after purchasing it? Because that's what happened to me last month. She was all for it, and then family happened. And I understand. Family happens, things come up, whatever. But you need to always follow through. Go with something, find something that works for you. Always have something back up. So, yes, I have a bunch of things in my phone as to what I'm doing. But I have, in the past, set on those people. So I have people scheduled in my phone to sign up. And I would sit. Be like, perfect, I got 5 people. I got Success Club 10 in the bag. And I wouldn't.
What's my heartbeat?
Don't depend on those people to get you through. Don't depend on those people to carry you. You always need a backup. Okay, so last month I talked to a good 50 plus people. You know, following back up with the people that I had talked to at the end of January, as well as more that I had added. I might have talked to about 50 plus people or so, but I only signed about 4. Okay, so my closing ratio was pretty bad. So this month, I prayed to God, and I said, God, I thank you and I bless you, and thank you for blessing me, for giving me helping me follow through with those closings that I did get last month. But Lord, please help me with my closing ratios this month. Last month was probably 1 or 2% closing ratio. I'd be okay with boosting it up to 2 or 3%. I went to Walmart yesterday with the account that I had a forum call, and I made sure to get it. I took notes in my van. I was nothing but dedicated to her. I made sure when my kids came back into the van, I ignored them. I listened to the lady on the phone, and I followed through. Okay? Went to another store. Had to follow up with that same woman in 30 minutes. Okay? I didn't care. I was standing in the aisle, and I started talking to her. My husband took the kids looking around the toys. Okay? I listened to her. I could have cared less who was around me, who was talking to me. Thank goodness nobody talked to me. And I closed that woman on the phone. I didn't care how much the program was. I didn't care what excuses she was going to come at me. I had my script books sitting right next to me on the shelf. This is my future entrepreneur right here.
This is my
See? It doesn't matter what life gives you. Go prepared if you're leaving the house, because you never know when somebody's going to message you saying, responding back to your message that you sent last night. You never know who you have a follow-up with. If you're leaving the house, take a notebook and your script book. Follow up with them. Listen to their every need. I start underlying major things that I see that they want to do. Have energy for their kids. Get off of so much medication. They don't want to be 50 and have a handful or plus medication. Okay, so I make sure that when I talk to them and reiterate their goals, that I talk about those things. You have to follow through with them. And I know how hard it is because I've been doing this for 2 years. And it's taken me 2 years to find something that's worked for me. I hope that this video can find something that works for you. So far, the yard sale sites are working for me. And I'm going to tap into them and tap into them. I've tried Instagram, and it just doesn't work. I can't figure out how to reach out to people and how to, you know, I use it. Okay? So, take this video with a grain of salt for you. Okay? Find something that works for you. Yard sale sites work for me, and they don't. Sometimes it's a 50-50 shot. I can post something one day in one group and not get one person. The next month I can post in that same exact group something different or worded differently or just a different picture with the same wording, and I'll get 50 people on it. You just have to keep going back. Just because it doesn't work for you this month or today or tomorrow doesn't mean it's not going to work for you in the future. Just keep going with it and find something that works for you. So far, what's worked for me is finding 1 to 2 things that I want to focus on that month and finding something that inspires me. Okay? I haven't found anything that inspires me to reward myself for last month of Success Club 9 and this month of already Success Club 7. But I promise you, I'm working on figuring something out. My next goal is Summit in July of this year. And that is my big thing. I want to go there saying that I worked my butt off. I want to be able to enjoy it. I don't want to worry about food like when I go to other business things. I don't want to have to worry about other things. I want to go and have a good time because that's what it's for. Learning and have a good time. Okay, so that's my big goal. And yes, July is like 4 months off, but hey, that's what's getting me through, and so far it's working because I'm at Success Club 7 this month. I know that this video was long, and I super duper apologize for you. It's really hard for me to do these videos as it is, so thank you for listening to them, and I hope that you find something. If there's something else you want to talk to me more in depth about, just comment below or message me, and we can go over what I'm doing maybe in yard sale sites or what scripts I have come up with to talk to them. I hope that today's a Saturday. I hope that you're having a great and blessed weekend. Enjoy the time that you have with your family. I know that there's some people in my life that are struggling with some sick family members and stuff. So enjoy the family that you have and enjoy the time that you have with your kids, your life, whatever. If today is a work day, buckle down and work a good 4 hours. I usually work 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon before my oldest gets home from preschool. So I hope that this has really helped you and that you can really get something out of this. I'm going to go snuggle with this little one because she is not feeling good today. So this is about all the work I'm getting done today. So I hope that you have a great and blessed day, and I will talk to you soon. Again, if you have any questions on stuff, just comment below, and I will do my best to answer them for what's working for me. Remember, what works for me might not work for you. So far, for a lot of people I talk to, working off a contact list works. For me, not so much. So you have to find out what works for you and go with it. I will talk to you guys soon. I hope that you enjoy your weekend. Bye.